presentation. Today, it's a last chance power drive, because only the strong survive. The Stanley Cup playoffs on Fox. Roll on. After Friday's brawl, Cap General Jim was kicked out of town. But today, Washington declares this is war. Superfan Mario has his X-ray vision locked in. Yaramir?
I'm thinking big, big. I want the people in the back row to see it.
Now, whatever.
This just in, a shocker from the Jets.
No, not those Jets. Today, the Wings have to fly back into Winnipeg's White Storm, and it ain't no winter wonderland, dude. Can Sergei and his Russian army kickstart the mighty wing machine? Winnipeg's done being dissed, and they're looking for another episode of Hobby 5-0. Book 'em, Nico. Last week in the Cup capital, Adam delivered New York from grave danger. Today, the Rangers return to Montreal, hoping the ghosts of Cups past don't return. Ricochet Ricker is standing strong, looking to send these little boys to bed without dessert, while Pierre's got to deliver, or Turgeon will need a surgeon, because these are the Canadiens. So what'll it be, baby? A cup or a mud? The one and only NHL on Fox.
Welcome back to Hollywood and the NHL on Fox. 5 teams have qualified for the conference semifinals, including 4 yesterday. Now today, the conference semifinals could be all set as the Rangers, Penguins, and Red Wings all come in up 3-2 in their series right here on Fox. And hello, everyone. I'm James Brown, and thank you for joining us on this playoff Sunday, as always, with my partner, Dave Maloney. Surprise at the Game 6s today?
Well, no surprise, Pitt, Washington, JB. You can't keep Yager and Lemieux out of a series. Mildly surprised we've got Game 6, Montreal Rangers. I felt Montreal the better team. First 2 games, Messier and Leach are healthy now. That's a difference. I'm shocked we're Game 6, Detroit, Winnipeg. This series should be over. Game 5 at home, Javi Bulin stands on his head for Winnipeg. We've got Game 6.
All right, we'll pick your brains for keys a little bit later in the program, but right now it's time for our Fox Watch, and what a difference a week makes. Last Sunday, the Rangers were down 0-2 and heading to Montreal, where they had won just once in their past 24 games. But after 2 wins in Montreal and another at the Garden, the Rangers can close out the series with a victory today. And calling the action will be Dr. Mike Emmerich. And good afternoon, Doc.
Good afternoon, JB. Mark Messier, the Rangers captain, has rallied them in this series. We know about the rib problem he's had. He's overcome that with a great pain threshold, but now it's a sinus infection. A sinus infection you can't will to get better. You have to just save your energy as best you can. There's a question mark. Coach Mario Tremblay has 5 Stanley Cup rings for Montreal when he played. His team in total has 5, and boy did he pour the vinegar to them. Today is the day of truth, he said, to see Montreal's real players or phony players. It is fitting that Montreal would host this game today because this has been a magnificent series. 4 one-goal games, 1 decided by 1 plus an empty net. Tremendous shots, great saves, pucks hitting the post, thrilling action, goalies pulled, magnificent. To Landover and Sam Rosen.
Thanks, Mike. Here at the U.S. Air Arena in Landover, the Penguins are trying to wrap up the series. The Caps must win to stay alive. They go back to their #1 goaltender, Jim Carey, who was pulled in Game 1 and lost Game 3. Game 5 ended with fights between these 2 teams, and the Pittsburgh coaching staff accusing Washington's coach, Jim Schoenfeld, of sending out his tough guys to get their players.
Eddie gets the last line change. If he thinks for a moment, and that's what he said, if I have a reputation of doing this, if he thinks that I'm going to do it, he has the last line change. He can put on 4 of the toughest guys. We only had 1 tough guy in Berube. So he could outmatch us with toughness anyway. The second thing is that the player of the series has been Ken Reggett. Sergei Zubov has logged a lot of ice time. Peter Nedved has been spectacular, scored some real big goals. But the player of the series has been Ken Reggett. If I was going to send someone out after anybody, they'd be going after Reggett.
Caps and Penguins set for Game 6 here. Let's go to Winnipeg for Game 6 and Pat Foley.
Thank you very much, Sam. The first round of the playoffs was supposed to be a mere formality for the Detroit Red Wings on their way to the coronation as Stanley Cup champions, capping off one of the greatest seasons the NHL has ever seen. But it hasn't happened that way because Nikolai Javi Bulin has been unbelievable in the net for the Winnipeg
Winnipeg Jets. 51 saves on Friday night. You can see what he's done so far during this series. He is the reason that this series has been extended. You have never heard such a ruckus in a place. The entire warm-up, this place was all jumping and rocking and rolling. And JB, the Winnipeg fans obviously hope this will not be the last NHL game that they ever see. Now let's send you back to the studios to James Brown.
All right, Pat, thank you very much. Hobby Bullen has been standing on his head. Jim Carey 0 for 1 in this playoffs. He gets to start today.
He gets to start, JB, and as Coach Schoenfeld said, he says Reagan's been the best player on the ice for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Carey, 5 shutouts in March, NHL Player of the Month in March. They need him today.
Red Wings.
Red Wings, would somebody please take charge of this hockey club? You go along all year, everybody assumes you're going to win the Stanley Cup. They must show that they can play with desperation. Last year, Claude Lemieux led the Devils. 2 years ago, Marc Messier took the Rangers to the finals. Somebody take charge of the Red Wings, please.
Dave Maloney wants to see some passion out there on the ice. All right, folks, we're going to send you out to the ice in your game right after this.
You're watching Fox's coverage of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
What's up, guys? So we're at the end of the season. We have no more games left. Last game was our very last game for this season. And with that being said, I think it is actually going to be our last game for a while. The series will be stopping today. If you watched my vlog from last week, I did state that in the vlog that I kind of was going to stop playing, be a pro goalie for a little bit. And so I won't say it's over. It's on hold for a little bit. We did 2 straight full seasons of NHL. So we're gonna keep on rolling with our NBA series, and we're gonna get into some new series coming up. Advanced Warfare comes out tonight as I'm recording this, and Halo comes out in about 2 weeks, or 10 days from now. Well, 9 days, actually. So, yeah, about a week and a half. And so I just kind of want to give my time to play other games. And plus, I'm just not feeling this game right now. I don't know. It's just not the same as what I used to think of hockey games, man. And obviously, I'm not very good. But I don't know. I guess my overall impressions of at least the goalie is that they don't give you a chance, really. They kind of just put you on the struggle bus the entire time, and you get, no points even for wins. And, see, I collected 1,800 between the 2 seasons. I barely spent any of my points. I probably, let's estimate maybe 2,500 that I actually collected, and everything costs so much to rank up, and so you can never get better because, you don't get any points. You barely get any points. And I'm even playing on the toughest difficulty. And so you would think that even if I lost games, I would get a little increments of points, but I don't. So yeah, we ended our career very poorly. At least I think this is just this season. I got 2 wins, 232 saves, 0 shutouts, 4.5 goals against, 74 save percentage, and stuff like that. So yeah, I just, honestly, I'm not having that much fun playing this, and that's kind of why I wanted to wait until at least the end of this season before I, kind of put this series on hold. Just because I don't want to just abruptly stop in the middle of the season. I think that would be kind of rude and weird. So yeah, I waited until the end of the season. But yeah, no more games, guys. If you like the series, thanks so much for watching it. I know a few of you out there are pretty dedicated into watching it every day. Last week I was kind of busy, so I didn't get a lot of the uploads on time and stuff like that. I know I skipped a few days last week as well, and I was supposed to get this video done last week, even before the vlog. But I just got so busy at work, I just didn't have a chance to, record one night and stuff like that. I was just always super tired and stuff like that, getting through the days and stuff like that. But things are kind of slowing down at work. Next week, this coming week, it will be a little busy for me, but starting next week, I won't be as busy. So, yeah, yeah. So here's my my guy. Make sure you guys, if you like the series and stuff like that, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want. Look out for the upcoming series. If you like it, basketball, make sure you head on over to my NBA series. I'm still gonna go get that going. I again, like, randomly through the week, I just kind of stopped making videos last week because, again, I just didn't have time. But starting this week, and this video right here is our first video. Well, actually, technically, I guess the NBA video that I'll upload before this. Maybe I'll move those times around. So starting today, you'll see the NBA videos at 4, and this video will go up at noon. So this will be the first video that I have at 720p 60 FPS. I have the old Elgato HD, so it only does 720 60 FPS. I need to get a new one sometime in the future so I can start getting even higher quality, do 1080 and 60 FPS. But I thought, people would be okay with just seeing 720p but in 60 FPS. So since the FPS is a little bit more important than the resolution. Yeah, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this series. Again, give everything a like if you want. Check everything else in the links down below. And yeah, so Marty McFly goes back to the future, goes back to the past, still can't save anything. Peace out.